Guilt is an artifact of control.
Mm.
And I love that. So it's like we have been socialized. Well, first of all, if you're femme, you might be socialized to feel more guilty because you're expected to be in a caregiving role or be submissive. But also, guilt is a part of manipulation. So if you have a narcissistic or emotionally immature family member, there's a term called fog, fear, obligation, guilt, and you can get lost in it. It can get confusing, right? And the idea is that someone who's truly unconditionally loving you will want what's best for you as well. And so if you're just operating from the sense of obligation, but you realize that it's not healthy for you, it's important to see, well, I'm actually giving from an empty cup, and I'm not actually giving from a place of integrity and intuition for myself. And so even though it's really painful, my old therapist used to say, if you're feeling guilty, you're probably taking care of yourself.
Hmm. Guilt
So
is a good sign.
guilt is not a sign that you're a bad person. I think that's the most important thing to say. Guilt is a weapon of manipulation, and even if someone's not manipulating you, it's a socialized way of feeling that you are obligated to everyone else besides yourself. And that needs to be unlearned. Just because it feels familiar doesn't mean it's actually true, and it's hijacking you.
I love this. Because I often will say to folks, oh, having guilt is a sign of being highly empathetic. And I love this second piece, which is, well, if you're feeling guilty, you're actually taking care of yourself. That's a big win.
I was like, thanks, permission slip granted. I love that one.
Exactly. I love it so much. Because I
Yeah.
think we think, oh, if I'm feeling guilty, it's a sign that I'm doing something wrong. I'm bad. Well, it
Yeah,
doesn't go as deep as shame, but it's on that cusp.
you might have been told that
Mm-hmm.
because when you grow up with people who do not value your inner world, when you express a need or a boundary, they might tell you that you're selfish or crazy or
Yeah.
insinuate that with their response. Like, oh, you're too sensitive, which is the thing all HSPs hear. So even
Yeah.
though I was raised with acceptance of the fact that I'm HSP, not so much when it comes to like fighting back against things that were happening in my family, right? So it's like you can
Right.
be HSP, but toe the line, obviously, you know?
Right. Only to a point.
So I think that's a piece there too of realizing that just because you are feeling sensitive and this is affecting you doesn't mean you're too sensitive. It just means you're perceptive enough to register that it's affecting you.